in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows, there's a man with a passion that everybody knows.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Good morning to you. Happy weekend. It is finally upon us. We're out here on the patio, and of course we got to show. Hey. You gonna look at the good folks this morning? Huh? Ab. You gonna look up there, Adam? There she is. Little tail wag there for y'all. She's in her spot. She is in her weekend form, and we are ready to get at it this morning. Had a good start to the weekend. We actually yesterday we went and did a little pawn shopping. Did we do any antique stores? We did. I guess it's sort of not really an antique store, but one of those dent and dime, or what was it called? Dirt cheap stores. You guys know the type store I'm talking about. Some of those returned items that you can get bargains on. We went in one of those. I think it's called Cheaper Than Dirt. And then we went and hit some pawn shops. Well, let me back that up. We went on about an hour and a half from home yesterday. We went down to, last time we went pawn shopping, weekend or so before, we were down Shreveport, Louisiana. This time we went to Monroe, Louisiana, which is about an hour and a half from home, and we were kicking it around down there. And like I said, we hit 3 or 4 different pawn shops, and I was able to get 2 scores out of, say, 4-ish pawn shops we went into. We got one. I'm sorry, I haven't had my first cup of coffee. I'll wake up here in a minute. We had one modern score that I found, and made a phone call to one of my buddies. Actually, it's no secret. I'm talking in any kind of code here. I made a phone call to my buddy that we're going to be talking about here in a minute. Good old 865 up in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I said, buddy, I had the knife in hand. I said, look what I found. I'm not so far removed from moderns that I don't know a killer deal on a good modern knife. It was one of the bigger manufacturers. I won't spoil it. I'm sure he may want to do a video on it in the future. He may or may not, but I won't spoil it. But anyway, it was a really nice modern knife, and actually it was the owner of the pawn shop himself that it was his personal knife that he had put out there. He's like, you know what, I've got a couple of knives of myself, because we're looking at, what he had in the display case, and he's like, you know what, there's a couple that I'm fixing to put out here of my own personal knives. If you want to take a look at them, they're not out here yet, but I can go grab them. They're in the back. And anyway, long story short, this was one of them. And I'm like, what do you want for it? And he went over there and put a sticker on it and handed it to me. And well, anyway, at the price that he put on it, I was like, oh wow, that's a pretty good deal. So I called Aaron and said, hey, this guy's got this knife. You interested? And he's like, heck yeah. I'm interested. And I said, well, I'm still going to go in there and do a little negotiating. This is a pawn shop, and see if we can get a little cheaper. We knocked off about $15 more off of his already good price, which was pretty killer price in my opinion for what it was. Again, I'm not trying to be, I am being secretive, just out of respect for Aaron, if he wants to do a video on this knife. But anyway, it was a good modern knife. We got it for a killer price, and Aaron, I am going to do my darndest this morning to go ahead and get, our post office here is open till 12 noon. I'm going to do my best to get wheels under that today. It's already packaged up, and try to get that going, sent to you. So that was the one that you guys aren't going to see yet. probably will see that knife in the future. But the one you are going to see, this is the one that I scored on. And like I said, we would be talking about this guy. Aaron, you're going to be a theme in this video because, well, you guys have already seen the thumbnail, and you know we are going to be talking all things muskrats today. Shout out to the Muskrat Mafia. Mr. Aaron, he is the proprietor. Get on up there and see that good critter good in good frame right there. But he is the colonel and chief of the Muskrat Mafia, and we found a good one. We have talked about this knife before. Like I said, most of you have seen the thumbnail already, and it is the OG. Matter of fact, is that what he has? No, he's got a case knife in his little picture here. But me and him both refer to the 77, the Old Timer, Schrade Old Timer 77 OT. We kind of both universally agree it is the OG Muskrat. It is the original, and we both love this pattern. And I found one yesterday, and it was, well, it's brand new. It was new old stock. I actually found the box for it's in the box. Has the little velvet in the box. I'll show you all that in a minute. But this is actually my third 77 OT. I already have two of them, which I'm not big on a big doubles person on a collection. But so that should tell you something. I already have two 77 OTs. I absolutely love them. It is one of my favorite pocket knives, period. Not a favorite canoe, not a favorite. It's one of my favorite pocket knives on planet Earth. I love it. And this one is probably it's the cleanest one that I have. And I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do with it. Like I said, I've already got two other ones that I use and I carry. And this one is brand new in a box. So I guess when I show this to you guys, the Terry's Horse Stable is open for business. If anybody wants to make me an offer on this, you have been tempted to get into the old Muskrat Mafia and you don't have this glorious pattern, well, you could do a lot worse than starting with this, the 77 OT. I think it is just the classic, the quintessential Muskrat. And this one, folks, is absolutely flawless. I did take it and wipe down these bolsters, and I've put some oil on this Delrin. It has probably sat in this box. We'll show you a little more of this box. It's a box, but it's been in its box for who knows 30 or 40 years. And of course, the box has got some corners, you know, box scars, what do you call it, shelf scars on it. And just from sitting in there, of course, brass tarnishes, and the Delrin will kind of get dry, you know, if you don't keep some oil on it. I mean, if you're using it a lot of time, if you're carrying it, the oils from your skin will keep it, you know, kind of keep it moisturized. But if it just sits, you know, in a box or even open and never gets carried, you know, these Delrin will get a little dry and a little faded. Anyway, all I had to do to this is, you know, clean up these bolsters, wipe them off a little bit. They're back and pop and shining. Open these blades real quick. Of course, you got brass liners, and now they are, you know, back and shiny. And yeah, everything is as it should be. You know, just put some oil on it, basically. Gave it a good wipe down on the brass. Threw some oil back on these Delrin covers. And like I said, this thing, if you can see that on there, it's brand new. It has the factory edge. I haven't sharpened this. There is no need to sharpen this. I didn't go to the sink and do the whole scrubby. It's just clean. It's brand new. Like I said, I put some oil in there. I did drop some oil, you know, in the pivots and all that, and just kind of with a paper towel, you know, kind of wiped out any kind of lint or something. It's brand new. I mean, there's nothing to, you know, outside of some maintenance, just putting a little oil back on it. That's all I've had to do. The blades, it still has the, get it here on my light, still has the improved, I don't know how good that's coming through, improved Muskrat. It's a little etching. It's kind of faded through the years. Right there's probably the best I can show it. It says improved Muskrat. Most of you guys don't want that on there anyway. And with some good polishing or whatever, or carrying it, the rest of that little stupid etch will come off there. But yeah, factory edge, brand new, no blade loss. And here's the box that it came in. The Old Timer, a knife like Granddad's. I tried to think of that slogan the other day. A knife like Granddad's. Schrade Cutlery Corporation, Ellenville, New York. Their little thing up here, made in the USA, the whole nine. And it has, that is where the knife was, sitting in its little holder right there. Got a little velvet or something in there. That's not really velvet, is it? I don't know. Nice soft something in there. Whatever they had back there, that might be velvet. But anyway, came with the original box, and just heck of a score. I think we got it for a good deal. I know what these go for. You know, on the secondary, obviously this knife has not been in production in some time. Well, that's not true. This knife is still in production, but Schrade overseas, China made. I think they are still making the Muskrat pattern, but it has not been made in the States for many a year. And look at this tang stamp real quick. Again, if we can get that to focus. Schrade, what we got going there? Schrade USA 77OT. In which, of course, this is carbon steel. Yeah, it's not the Schrade Plus. This is good old carbon steel, so this will, you start cutting with it and cutting anything halfway acidic, these blades will take a nice teener for you. And speaking of that, last night went over to the brothers, and I got to first day I've actually carried. And I did yesterday's video. I just kept this thing in the pocket. It was my yesterday's carry, and yeah, it's today's carry too. I can't kick it out for something new. It is, man, this thing is awesome. The 72 Copperhead, and I did a little video, put it on the Brotherhood page last night, Randy's Brotherhood page. I think I threw it on Instagram with me cutting up my steak with it last night. It's kind of hard to see out here, but I do have some light little blues and purples on here starting from cutting that hot meat last night. But we are starting this thing, starting the teeners up on this thing, and folks, this is one of the best pocket knives in my collection. It is insane good. Love this thing. 1972 red bone Copperhead. I could sit here another 30 minutes and just talk about this knife and gab on and on about it, but nobody wants to hear that. But listen to this thing as we put it up. If you know, you know. Mwah! This thing is so good. Like I said, it's so good that it's getting another day. It's getting 2 in a row in the pocket. Got a little teeners on it last night. Cut my steak. Cut some jalapeno peppers I had there last night with my steak. Yeah, we took that thing and sliced all that stuff up. So got a little bit of start of a patina going there. But anyway, got off on a tangent. But ye old Muskrat will do the same thing. When you start cutting with it, it will take a nice patina. This one does not have anything. It is still perfectly shiny because it is perfectly brand new. So, and show this to you in hand. I have showed this knife on my channel. I've done videos on this knife. So I'm not going to beat this one to death. But it is a 4-inch knife. I think officially 3 7/8. Basically, it is the same size as a copperhead. So, you copperhead fans, how is this in hand? It's copperhead. It's the same. It is, like I say, here's your choil. If I get up here on that choil, I have the whole bolster. If I just grab it back here and just kind of natural, still coming out the back of it, right at 4-inch knife, just a sweet spot for a pocket knife. And you have these two gorgeous looking dual clip point blades on this thing. Just a beautiful pocket knife, folks. So, said I wasn't going to beat that to death, but that was my score yesterday from my pawn shopping down in Monroe, Louisiana, and it was a good time down there. Ate at the old Golden Corral for lunch, so yeah, I probably overindulged a little bit for lunch, and then had a steak dinner for supper last night. So yeah, I probably need to slow my roll a little bit, but we ate good yesterday, and like I said, we got us a new pocket knife to the collection. Again, not sure if I'm going to keep this or you know, trade it, put it on the trade market. But I tell you, like I said, I tell you what, anybody's interested and say, man, I'm interested in that HT, get at me, and I will entertain trade offers. So like I said, I've already got 2 of them that I carry all the time, and really don't need a third one. And one in this great a condition, it would be awesome to trade off, to pass on. But anyway, if that interests you at all, get at me. My email is in the a lot of you know me and have some of my personal info, but those of you follow me that don't, my personal email is in my video description, and you can always get a hold of me like that and say, hey, HT, let's put something together. But anyway, we will get off here. Not going to hold y'all long. Hope you guys, looks like we got a sunny day started here in the Stone. So I am hoping to do some, I think me and the wife may get out and do a little, she talking about some antique stores. We may, who knows, get out and do some antiquing today, and may find another one. But she's got a couple things she wants to hunt down or be on the hunt for, so we might do some of that. But wishing you guys fair skies, and just enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching. Thank you, real quick shout out to Brother Terry over at Terry's Knives and Man Stuff, brother. Thank you for that nice little opening piece you did on my channel yesterday, and those kind words. I love you, brother. That is why you are the Rocket Man, and you have had all the success that you have and your channel has had, and you deserve every bit of it. But I do appreciate the kind words you threw back my way. And folks, yeah, we are between Brother Kevin over at the Knife Doctor. He gave me a little boost, a little shout out on his channel. And then Brother Terry yesterday. And then there's several channels that has made like shares and posts saying that I'm getting close to that 1K milestone, and we are ever close a while. We are, as I last looked, I think we are 12 online friends. Hate that S word. We are 12 more of you friends away from that plateau, that milestone, and that is, again, that is I've said it before, and you go, whatever, HT. I didn't know if I would get 100 people to watch my channel, and God bless you, the ones that do watch me and Ab's little hot mess here. I thank you personally for every one of you. We are almost to 1,000 of you, and it's nothing on this side of the camera, I promise you. It's you guys' grace and whatever you see in my rambles, but Lord knows I appreciate it. And thank you guys, everybody who has subscribed and has helped along this way. Anyway, we're at 20 minutes. So much for not babbling about a pocket knife that I've already showed 2 or 3 times, but hey, I get excited. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. God bless. Me and Abby, we are